desperately reading it all. Repent, repent, obey. The end is near. I tagged and marked and bragged and barked and I was there. Rolled on the surface with no real purpose, a reason, a rhyme, but to write. Out of place and updated, poorly illustrated, and that would be being polite. And I form one lost, but who's counting the cost and then figuring out what we're losing? I would guess we are losing much less than we figured, unless that's confusing. Repent, repent, obey. The end is near. I tagged and marked and bragged and barked and I was there. When it's all done and stated, look at what was created and don't take it out on a song. Try taking it lighter and don't blame the writer, just do what I do, blame the wall. Repent, repent, obey. The end is near. I tagged and marked and bragged and barked and I was here. Graffiti worth reading rarely is written on walls that are worth writing on. So if that is true, then believe me now, you worth reading. Graffiti is gone. Graffiti worth reading rarely is written on walls that are worth writing on. So if that is true, then believe me now, you worth reading. Graffiti is gone. I'd rather you didn't than did. I'd rather you didn't get rid of me at that age. Such a young awkward stage, that is not what you do to a kid. Na 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 na. If this is the case, let us cut to the chase. I'm so sorry I never let go. I went to the doctor, the kind that you talk to, and he said the process is slow. Na 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 na. I'd rather you hadn't than had. If you hadn't, I wouldn't be mad at what I've been handed. Despite it, I've landed on both feet, so don't worry, Dad. Na 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 na. Go! Now that I've said it, let's try to forget it. I don't wanna trash your good name. Trash mine if you'd like to. I'm sure you'd be psyched to remember our name is the same. Na 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 na. Monster in the Doc Martin boots, in the wrong directions against all of the grains. Got off at all the wrong stops, back onto all the wrong trains. When holy hell just broke loose to cut it, I shut it down. There was a substance abuse running rampant through town, and then the trouble I had at the back door of the channel, a steady headache and a handful. It was too hard to handle. that God had gave to a stone. But in my own self-defense, well, I was not all alone. I had the partners and the colleagues and the courts and crime. Heaven sent to me, hell-bent to be one hell of a time. There was a swift, sudden shift and way too many went south. The deadly God-given gift to junkies. I kept my mouth shut while I made up my mind. I had some choices to make. Should I leave hell far behind me? Just for heaven's sake, for heaven's sake, I just took a good look at the route that I took. I took the road. Can you recall the concert hall down at the Bradford Ballroom? I was tripping pretty hard. I had dropped what I had caught down on the boulevard. Without suggesting to you, the routes I took were never wrong. I took a look and still I took, and somehow I stayed strong. And I just stayed on the course with very few deviations. One or two situations, some other altercations. When my days were too dark, well, I had something to sell. I am the kind of a barker with some stories to tell. There'll be apologies made at every fork and each bend. And I'm so glad that I stayed, and I will stay till the end. Stay till the end. Glad I took a good look at the route that I took. Stay till the end. Stay till the end. Glad I took a good look at the route that I took. my back where the sofa was for 2 or 3 days now. A hollow, empty, vacant autumn was coming up quick. I guess it just has to be hit. The secret, the key, and the trick is learning to deal with it. It's uphill from this point on out, and the pinnacle's up at the top. It hasn't been reached, only practice and preach, so at this point you might want to stop. You might, but might I suggest it's best just to climb. Continue, you've still got it in you, and be thankful you've still got the time. You've still got the time. Nothing can prepare you for this. You're way off of your guard, like it or not. It's how you were caught. Now try not to take it too hard. Nothing can prepare you for this. You're way off of your guard, like it or not. It's how you were caught. Now try not to take it too hard. Nothing can prepare you for this. You were way off of your guard, like it or not. It's how you were caught. Now try not to take it too hard. Nothing can prepare you for this. You were way off of your guard, like it or not. It's how you were caught. Now try not to take it too hard. Nothing can prepare you for this. You were way off of your guard, like it or not. It's how you were caught. Now try not to take it too hard. Nothing can prepare you for this. You were way off of your guard, like it or not. It's how you were caught. I wrote it with a golf pencil I pulled out of my blazer. A crescent on the chest, red old gold rugby football club. Worn at one time by a man that at one time went to Yale. And then he worked a while on Wall Street till the market collapsed. Somewhere on the southern shore of Boston, glass and I buttoned up my blazer. I stepped out of the bar into the cold October sun. I must return the notebook, it's not important what I wrote. Taking it to the next when you got to talking to me, taking on out of context. I guessed gradually, point blank and period punctuate whatever which way you're at. Trying to really relate means less than little than that. Not to me on that night at least. Not to me, not on that night. That's when the sanity ceased, and I noticed that something's not right. It means more than that though to me. I had to maintain and compose. How could this possibly be? You hope that nobody knows. More of a rumor than fact. Fact was I couldn't get through. How high the odds could be stacked. Moreover, nobody knew. Not to me on that night at least. Not to me, not on that night. That's when the sanity ceased, and I noticed that something's not right. I noticed something was wrong, and I took it seriously. I should have known all along. On that night, not to me. You had nothing to say, but it took several hours to say it. I left there wondering, were you okay if you weren't? Why didn't you say so? Not to me on that night at least. Not to me, not on that night. That's when the sanity ceased, and I noticed that something's not right. Not to me on that night at least. Not to me, not on that night. That's when the sanity ceased, and I noticed that something's not right. I noticed something was wrong, and I took it seriously. I should have known all along. On that night, not to me. this? Where is the love and the tenderness? Security and the warmth you thought you found. While it's so dismal in your universe, and I'm not in it to make matters worse, I could go but no, I'll wait around. It will be, oh, wait and see. It will be when you least expect it. Wait and see, it will be electric. It will be, oh, wait and see. It will be when you least expect it. Electricity and then wait and see, it will be electric again. So patiently you'll have to wait and see, and all waiting will be well worth it, I'm sure. And while you are waiting, please remember me, and I guarantee it's going to be better than before. It will be, wait and see. It will be when you least expect it. Wait and see, it will be electric. It will be, oh, wait and see. It will be when you least expect it. Electricity and then wait and see, it will be electric again. It's gonna be electric again. And it will be electric again. It will be electric again. Death Valley Vipers. Death Valley Vipers. Death Valley Vipers. Death Valley Vipers. Stovepipe to the furnace, but we pulled off out at the pass. Felt the valley start to burn us, we had half a tank of gas. Without cellular phone service when the battery just died. Half drunk and now half nervous, busted down there by the side. Target practice on the cactus, low on ammo, no supplies. Where anything could just attack us, 6 or 7 other guys. A 30-mile estimation, that would be as the crow would fly to the nearest filling station. Dangerous but worth a try. Death Valley Vipers, proud daughters and sons, direct descendants of survivors, marching orders from no one. Death Valley Vipers, proud daughters and sons, direct descendants of survivors, marching orders from no one. Death Valley Vipers. Death Valley Vipers. A dusty path out into the desert, and I've been city from day one. I mustered up more than I could measure, busted up out under the sun. Vintage Kawasaki dirt bikes, 7, 6 or 7 feel so disappointing more times than I don't. I feel like such a letdown, and I'm nervous that I won't deliver when I'm called upon to step up when I am needed. I feel like such a failure when I'm sure that I've succeeded. I call myself an outcast, more than likely I am not. An outsider on the inside, and I hope I don't get caught. I feel like an imposter who should not be on the roster. Someone understands this, and of course I've almost lost her. If I cherish or I value something, then it's safe to say I will dismantle or destroy it, and I've always been that way. A pretty sad excuse that is fostering a sad existence. The thought of altering myself just meets my own resistance. A pretty sad excuse that is fostering a sad existence. Half the time I'm petrified and I'm terrified the rest. If I'm not being selfish, then I'm probably depressed. What I haven't butchered here will probably be botched. I tried pulling the wool down there where everybody watched. Only the best intentions did I mention, I'm not sure. Someone understands that she's got one foot out the door. In the interest of the time left and my own as well, there is more that I will just ignore or just keep to myself. A pretty sad excuse that is fostering a sad existence. The thought of altering myself just meets my own resistance. A pretty sad excuse that is fostering a sad existence. Half the time I'm petrified and I'm terrified the rest. Half the time I'm petrified and I'm terrified the rest. And if I'm not being selfish, then I'm probably depressed. Self-fulfilling, and God knows who else would be willing, with nothing but Not sure how this came to be, but it's no way to carry on. Someone understands this, and of course she's almost gone.